Okay, hello everybody. Today's motion is how this house regrets globalization. Without further ado, Prime Minister, you have the floor. You're here.
I regret Prime
Minister, you have the floor.
Oh. Yeah, you.
By the way, there won't be any time to stop in between. There will be like 10 seconds maximum because I gave you a lot of time.
I'm doomed. Oh man. Where's the timer?
I believe it's here.
You believe? The house?
And then you start here. It's the same concept. No, I would recommend you doing stopwatch. Don't do a timer. And this is. Sorry, just start
You
here.
are searching for the timer, not the stopwatch.
That's the time and the stopwatch.
I'll start my speech in 3, 2, 1. In the current world, it is connected with the effects of globalization, especially in culture, trade, and even in economy. This has led to serious problems such as the 2008 global financial crisis, the collapse of economy. This primarily shows the main conflict of globalization. Hello, Mr. and Madam Speaker. I am the Prime Minister under the motion, the House regrets globalization. Before I present my arguments, I'll define some important definitions. Globalization is how the world has been connected in economy, culture, trade, and etc. Today, the proposition side will define the main harms happening with globalization with 3 arguments: environmental damage, global credit spending faster, and worker exploitation. Moving to my first argument, globalization damaged the environment. In the current status quo, many people in countries are cutting trees to send papers to other countries. These acts are often happening in poor countries, such as Amazon rainforest. The forests have been damaged with lots of effects of globalization by cutting too many trees to make papers. This will make unsustainable environmental society that Earth affects our main life. This will lessen our quality of life. Many big companies sometimes only care about profits, which often leads to lack of environment. This will impact the Earth in a serious harm. Banning globalization will prefer to end the problem better. Moving to my second argument, in the status quo. Globalization makes global crisis bend faster, such as 2008 global financial crisis. Many harms from one country often spreads to other countries. Also, globalization risks the world, society, and economy by spreading bad issues faster, such as December 3rd martial law. It had made our once money value to go down very fastly because the bad news has spread faster. Today, I, the Prime Minister, had defined 2 arguments that why globalization is bad for our economy, and I'm proud to propose. Is it propose or oppose?
Propose.
And I'm proud to oppose. Propose.
Right, thank you, Speaker. Now we'll have the Leader of Opposition up on the floor.
I'm 3 minutes.
No, we have to add.
3 minutes.
Okay, I did 3 minutes 14 seconds. It's not very bad.
Very nice.
It
So I
was
just
my
have
best
to press start,
speech
right?
forever.
You should. It's good.
Reset
best
and
debate
start.
So I'll get 66.
Hello, I'm the leader of opposition of this debate. Under the motion, this House regrets globalization. Globalization can connect countries together and create a global connection between businesses and markets. Globalization can bring conflicts. However, the conflicts often resolve easily and don't lead to something big. though there are wars around the world, it is not about or because of globalization. It happens because of the difference of opinions and culture in countries or groups. To prove this, I can say that even before globalization had happened, there had been a lot of wars throughout history. Not just between countries, but also between different political groups inside a country. Now I will move on to rebuttals. Government team might say there might be a loss of jobs in the country. However, the jobs are mostly hard labor and have unsafe work conditions. But as globalization happens, more office work in companies pop up. And also, the loss of minor jobs in the country does not affect the global market big. So it does not have a significant impact. Next, government also might say that a rich and poor gap can get larger. However, even when globalization does not happen, there will still be a gap in the country. So, this argument is not suitable for this question. Also, there might be safety risks, but globalization helps countries connect together through global organizations like the United Nations. They can put limits internationally across countries and make sure the countries have safe working conditions. Also, the previous speaker had said that globalization can cause global warming. However, it is because of factors in the country, not wholly because of globalization. Even though countries wouldn't connect, they would still want to develop their own technology. So there would still be factories and they would still make paper for their own. Now, for my first argument, is that there can be cheaper products. With a larger market, not one business can raise the price on their products. This is important right now, where prices are going up and buyers have a hard time buying what they need. It is crucial that consumers can be able to afford basic needs such as food, shelter, or clothes. For my second argument, globalization can reduce poverty. Globalization lets countries meet each other and set individual rights across international countries. This allows countries to improve their communities and help each other in many ways. Countries can't just hide from other countries because they have to connect. Other countries will ask the country if they have equal working rights or if it even is safe. So they can't hide forever. In conclusion, globalization can help countries, consumers, and businesses. For these reasons, I am proud to propose.
Okay, I think the speaker spoke for 3 minutes and 39 seconds.
It says 41 seconds on my time. Who cares?
I started when you started speaking. Okay, 3 minutes 41. Then I'll have the Deputy Prime Minister. You're here.
I have a question. So Jenna said that you gave 67 when you have to go 4 minutes.
Yeah.
You have to go over 4 minutes to get the which means I'm dead.
Me too. I'm dead.
Wait, can I get the 10 seconds?
Sure. 10.
Okay, Tejan. None of my business.
10 seconds.
Okay, you're over. Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Geometry.
I'll start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Hello, I am the Deputy Prime Minister under the motion. This House regrets globalization. I will start my speech rebutting to the key points that were made by previous speakers. Hello might say countries shouldn't hide anymore. However, they might then have more conflicts, but not by meeting them and solving them. So there might be more conflict. Much arguments. globalization can lead to worker exploitation and inequality. One of the biggest problems of globalization is that it often leads companies to exploit cheap labor in the developing countries. For instance, Nike and other multinational corporations have faced criticism for using sweatshops in Southeast Asia, where workers are paid very low wages and work in unsafe conditions, which globalization creates jobs. It often does so at the cost of worker right and fair treatment. This leads to greater inequality between rich companies owner and poor workers. And I am proud to propose.
Okay, speaker spoke for 1 minute and 35 seconds.
What the heck?
What?
Hey, don't say that.
Wait.
Okay.
But it says I spoke 140.
Alright,
1 minute 45
opposition.
seconds.
Up on the floor.
What's wrong with the time?
I am too.
By the way, I start timing you the moment you start speaking. So it's not this moment you do the timing, it's when the moment
Then
you
why
start
am I
speaking.
2 minutes?
No, because I accidentally didn't press it. So I added yours.
So what's my...
So you guys, you actually spoke for 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
Okay. I passed to 3 minutes.
Let's start with speech in 3, 2, 1. Hello, I am the Deputy Leader of Opposition under the motion this House regrets globalization. I'll start by rebutting the previous speaker. Worker exploitation is bad, but at least the workers are getting jobs and are earning money. Even though they need to endure unsafe working environments, they can just learn and adhere to the safety procedures. They can also have a lot of jobs that they can choose from because globalization creates more jobs while making companies and goods. Also, then I'll give my last argument. My argument is that cultural globalization is not for everybody because of cultural exchange between countries. Globalization can not only transfer technology and goods, but can connect countries' culture. Cultural exchange can improve the connection between countries because they can learn and understand more about each other. Experiencing other countries' culture, like eating their food, playing their sports, and even visiting their countries to know more about them are all examples of globalization. Also, culture exchange can help people earn money. Jobs related to other cultures and countries can be invented thanks to globalization. If a culture from one country becomes popular, that country's government can earn more money too. For example, K-pop, American fast food like hamburgers, Japanese animations, and memes are being exchanged worldwide. Millions of people are enjoying these. With this, experiencing culture from different countries can bring people together. In conclusion, globalization is good for all people because they can exchange information and join together to solve problems that may come in the future.
Okay, speaker spoke for 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
What's wrong with the timer? I said it and then it turned off. I said it and then it turned off by itself.
What do you mean?
The battery went off.
Oh, the battery went out?
Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da.
What's about the battery?
TJ, Julie, you have to speak very long. You have to speak 4 minutes, okay, Julie? Julie, you have to speak 4 minutes, Julie. Julie!
Actually, he will just speak for 1 minute and...
Alright,
that thing was off.
thank you for your speech. Speaker, now Government Whip. We'll have you up on the floor here.
How? What's the benefit of government side? I don't know. Because I'm the opposition.
Ready, set, go.
Hey, I didn't even write my clashes.
Poor TJ.
3.
Sure, starting my speech in 3, 2, 1. Hello, I am the government whip of today's debate under the motion "This House regrets globalization." I will start my speech by rebutting to the key points that were made by previous. Move on to rebuttals. DLO and LO might say different countries should experience different cultures of different countries. But as I mentioned in my previous speech, there will be more conflicts, but there will be more conflicts when different countries share their culture and information because of there will be more disagreement. Move on to clashes. In today's debate, our team's argument was like
What?
Alright, thank you. Speaker spoke for 1 minute and 25 seconds.
Can I have 10 seconds?
Why?
Yes.
I am doomed. I couldn't get anything.
That's why I hate whip.
I also
I
hate
always do whip because like Evan, I was always in the same team with Evan, and then Evan like was basically crying. I need
Right,
to
10
do
seconds.
yellow.
I'm doomed.
So I was so sad.
I
You wanted to
want
do
to be
yellow?
prime minister and
No, I
leader of
did- I
opposition.
just didn't
This is
want
my
to do
best
it.
one.
This
But
is
he
my worst
somehow
one.
convinced me to do it, and that's why I went to the team. Papa, I didn't
I
do
don't.
rebuttals.
This is
Do I
my
have to do rebuttals?
Start.
No.
3, 2,
Probably.
1, go.
Was there anything he made that needs rebuttals?
No, just don't do rebuttals.
You should probably do rebuttals.
Well, I don't know rebuttals.
Just start. 10 minutes,
Don't
10
worry.
seconds.
Don't
What
worry.
did you say, Julie?
Start. Start.
I think I just take 2 minutes. Is that okay?
Start. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you have to say.
Hello, I am the opposition whip of this debate. Our House believes globalization can be a benefit to everyone. Globalization gives cheaper products, reduce poverty, and share cultures and science. Globalization encourages countries to trade with each other for things that they can't grow in their own country. For example, Korea has a lot of rice, but then some countries don't. But if they need it, what happens if there's no globalization? They can't meet their needs. So globalization meets everyone's needs and gives everyone what they need. Moving on to clashes. The government's benefits are safe working conditions and less conflicts between countries. Opposition benefits are more trade, can share culture and science, cheaper products, and reduce poverty. As you can see right now, as I list all the benefits, opposition has way more benefits. Also, government has safe working conditions, and opposition has cheaper products. And
Q1.
but what is the use if they earn money, a lot of money through safe working conditions, but they can't buy the products because they're so expensive? Does that even matter? Also, reducing poverty is better than less conflicts. Also,
Q1.
okay, yes.
When you were rebutting, you first said said about the example of producing rice, but okay, time passed.
No,
50 second pass.
Okay, passed.
Okay. Well, first of all, I didn't do rebuttals. I just did an example of trade. Also, even though there isn't globalization, there will still be conflicts. Because even though there's no globalization and there's no direct trade, if the lands are together, there's no chance they won't contact each other even once. Also, more is such a big thing that most countries try to avoid it. They don't try to go to war every time they have a conflict. They just try to trade and compromise each other. Also, globalization can reduce poverty. So, reducing poverty may be better than having 50% chance of not having conflicts. For these reasons, I am proud to oppose
Here, thank you. Speaking for 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Thank you for
48 seconds. Why is it always 2 seconds?
I'm the only one
Thank
who's
you
doing it.
for the